What's up, Ramy? Have you got something to say, bro? Would you like to tell us something? If not, what you on about? This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description and enter the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. Right, so first story of the day comes in from the Telegraph and they're speaking about Crystal Palace's Marc Guehi. They say that one, they're not giving up on him. They want him to sign a new deal, but if he comes back from Germany and informs them that he doesn't want to sign a new deal and he wants to leave, then Crystal Palace have apparently set the asking price at £65 million for Marc Guehi. I think when you look at that figure, you have to take a couple of things into account. One, the homegrown tax, the English tax, his development over the last year or two, and of course the fact that he's now got big tournament experience with England. And I think it's reasonable. I'm not saying I think it's the greatest bargain in the world, but I think it's reasonable. So I wouldn't be put off by the £65 million valuation. Then we moved on, we spoke about how many players Liverpool have away at international competitions over the course of the summer, and the answer was 14. We've got 4 away at the Copa America and 10 currently away at the Euros. Both of those competitions come to an end at around the 14th, I think it is, of July. Then the players who have lasted and go all the way through will of course have to have their summer holidays before they report back for pre-season. The opening fixture of the Premier League campaign for Liverpool was unveiled today as well. Liverpool will travel to take on Ipswich Town on Saturday, the 17th of August on TNT Sport, which means ... it's a 12:30 kickoff, but we kind of knew that already once we seen the fixtures come out, but there you go. So Liverpool Ipswich 12:30 on the opening Saturday of the Premier League campaign. Then we move on to a bit of a cryptic post from Ramy Abbas Isa, who said, from meaningless and pathetic clickbait headlines to influencers ending a post with a pointless question for engagement. How do people fall for that? I wonder if anybody is pointing out the irony in what Ramy Abbas Isa has posted there. He finishes with a vague question for engagement, which is the very thing he's just kind of mocked others for. And he's also put a post that doesn't give any information, that is cryptic and a bit clicky. So, what's up, Ramy? Have you got something to say, bro? Would you like to tell us something? If not, what you on about? Then we looked at the end of the season fixtures for Liverpool, and the run-in is not great. On the 26th of April, Liverpool plays Spurs at home. Then 3rd of May, the next fixture is Chelsea away. 10th of May, we've got Arsenal at home. 18th, Brighton away, and then we finish the season at home to Crystal Palace. Next up was Liverpool learn Maximilian Beier price tag. So reports from Germany have credited Liverpool, Manchester United, Bayer Leverkusen and Nottingham Forest, as well as Brentford, with all having an interest in Max Beier this summer. They go on to say the 21-year-old would command a fee of €40 million from Hoffenheim if anybody wants to come and take him from the Bundesliga to the Prem or anywhere else. So I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Let me know if you think Beier is worth €40 million. He's a player that Liverpool have been linked to for at least a year that I can remember, maybe longer. Doesn't mean we're going to put in an offer, but the parameters have been set there from Hoffenheim, 40 million euro. Now we move on to Ricardo Calafiori. So first up, The Athletic have credited Liverpool as one of a host of clubs who are interested in signing the Bologna defender. They go on to link Liverpool, West Ham, Newcastle and Brighton, all showing an interest in signing him. He is 22 years of age. He is currently, I think, at the Euros with Italy, and he got into the Champions League by finishing in the places with Bologna in Serie A. And they don't want to sell him, but with the big clubs hovering around, somebody's going to probably make an offer. James Horncastle has said Liverpool are one of the clubs to have inquired about Ricardo Calafiori. Bologna wish to keep him and can offer him Champions League football. But I don't know. I feel like if a big club comes in with big money, there's a deal to be done there. Some people in our chat were suggesting a price of about 40 million, and they think that's a bargain considering how good he looked for Bologna and how good his statistics were. I'm going to be honest and say to you guys, I've not watched anything of him. I've heard of Bologna's story last year under Thiago Motta and how well they were doing. Obviously, their manager has since gone to Juventus. But he's an Italian defender who can play at left back and left centre back. So that's good enough for me. You know, if you're thinking of great countries producing defenders, Italy are right up there. So, yeah, I wouldn't say no if indeed the club decide he is the one to go after. Next up, there was a bit of a clickbait headline on the Echo that I didn't really understand where they were going with it. The headline read, Juventus warned over allowing Chiesa exit to Liverpool. But they weren't warned about that at all. They were warned about allowing Chiesa to leave by one of their former players, but Liverpool weren't mentioned anywhere in what the player had to say. He said, if Juve sell Chiesa, for me, they're making a mistake. Yes, he has breaks on the pitch, but he has a terrifying engine on an explosive level. In one-on-one, he's unique, and you have to give him freedom of action. At Juve, they never saw the real Chiesa. Chiesa has always felt misunderstood, but he has enormous potential that is still unexpressed. And for me, when you have a strong player in the team, you keep him. Now, the problem Juventus are facing is that he's going into the last year of his contract and that they probably need to make a big decision on letting him go for free in a year or trying to convince him to stay or cashing in. And if they do look to cash in, I honestly want Liverpool to be part of that conversation because I think Federico Chiesa, for the right price, would be a good, astute piece of business. Then we move on to Anton, Stuttgart centre-back. Florian Plettenberg today posted this. Waldemar Anton has definitely not made a final decision about his future. However, the captain of Stuttgart knows that Leverkusen in particular are pushing hard to sign him. Xabi Alonso was called multiple times as revealed yesterday. So, it looks like this. Leverkusen could lose Jonathan Tah, who may well go to Bayern Munich. If they do, it looks like Waldemar Anton is the one that they want to use to replace him. He's 27, he's experienced, captain of Stuttgart, 14 clean sheets, and obviously Stuttgart pit Bayern Munich into second place in the Bundesliga. The next story that we're going to talk about, though, is more reports from Spain and Sport in particular, which are a Spanish publication, that say that Deco, Barcelona's chief, has made Luis Diaz a priority for this summer to sign on the left side of attack. But they do end with the big obvious caveat that they don't have the money. So, you know, with all the best intentions in the world, unless they can come up with a load of dosh, it doesn't look like this one's... Yeah, it doesn't look like they have the money. So it's kind of a nothing deal. But interestingly, it doesn't say that Liverpool have closed off the idea of selling him. It said that Liverpool haven't made their mind up on his future yet, and they don't need to rush to do so because he's got 3 years left on his Liverpool deal. Another story that we haven't really spoke about much is Hanko, who's been tipped with a move to Liverpool and to Spain. I think most likely we won't see him reunited with Arne Slot, but I guess you can never rule it out. There's been lots of stories circulating to say that Liverpool are interested in him. I think Atletico Madrid also interested in signing him. That's kind of where we're at with the latest news. So the big stories really, and why we went with the video we did, is the Italian job, because it looks like Chiesa and Calafiori are today's hot topics. So there you go. I hope that's filled everybody in who's come in a bit late. Excuse me.